If you had to take cover from gunfire, could you hide behind a car? That is what we're gonna test today on Yee Yee Life. We have a 2000 Mazda 626 here, and you may have seen it in the movies. Somebody runs behind a car, people are shooting at them, and they're protected. But how protected would you actually be if you were hiding behind a car with gunfire going on? So we have this Mazda 626, like I said here, from the year 2000, and we got it off Facebook Marketplace for about 800 bucks. It was running when we got it. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it's not running now.
Get out, I want to show you something.
Okay. Just don't wreck it.
I think it might be something with the combobulator.
Parker, relax.
Those twin pistons, the spark plugs in them are a little leaky.
Relax. You needed me to get out to show me that? Just like wrecked the car.
It's probably that, one of those.
It's because you just crashed it into the berm.
Where'd you want it?
Just put it over there. I don't know. No. All right.
No, it was like sputtering before that, I think. Our plan for this thing today is to do a standard penetration test, and we will put Fred on the other side as if someone was hiding on the other side of the door. Then we're also going to test the windows and see what it would be like being inside of a car that's being shot. And then we may mess with the tires, we may mess with the engine. We got a few different things going on. So stick around. Could you hide behind a car in a gunfight? Let's find out. Okay, we have Fred lined up behind the car here. He is behind the passenger side door. We got him on a cinder block here, and he's ready to go. He's hoping that nothing will go all the way through the car. We're gonna scoot back about 15 yards, and we're gonna start out with this Ruger Mark IV shooting a 22. I think it's gonna go through the exterior and then stop on that steel frame, hopefully.
You think it's gonna stop in the first door?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
All right, here we go. Here's our 22 against our car. Good luck, Fred.
That felt pretty powerful, man. I don't know. I'm sure that went through the first door.
All right, here we go. Check out this entry. It went straight through the outside, kind of chipped the paint a little bit. Let's see how far it went. Oh. So it came through the back of our door here, but then the bullet like tilted downwards, and here it is. Here's our 22. So it just came out this first door and then fell onto the floorboard right here. All right, moving up to 380, shooting our Ruger Security here. Much bigger caliber than our 22. Let's see if it makes it all the way through the car and hits Fred. All right, here's our 380 against our car. Here's our entry from the 380. Looks pretty much identical to the 22, except there's less paint that chipped around. See the inside. And it did not come through the other side. Didn't go through our first door. So a few things that could have happened. Number one, it was a hollow point. Number two, what I'm guessing is these door frames, they have like holes in them. And so that like steel core, that hard metal on the inside, I'm assuming that it just must have hit that hard metal on the inside. So our car door stopped entirely the 380. Pretty interesting. Okay, our 380 was not able to make it through the first door. So we're moving up to our 1911. We're shooting a round of hollow point 45 ACP, and we will see if this will make it all the way through to Fred. All right, here we go. It's a bigger entry. Definitely the biggest entry so far. Right here, little paint chip. Let's see, came out right here. I can see where it dented the back side of that door. So our bullet hit right here. It bounced off the other side of the door. Here's a piece of it right here that's still stuck. And oh wait, here we go. There's our bullet right here. Made it through this door, bounced off of the passenger door, and then landed right here in our seat. All right, we're gonna move up to our full metal jacket round of 45 ACP. So for those who don't know, these hollow point rounds are actually hollowed out at the tip, and they're designed to expand on impact to do more damage to the target, versus the full metal jacket round is just solid, so it's gonna have more penetrating power. So we're gonna shoot the full metal jacket round and see what that does. All right, here's our FMJ 45 ACP against our car.
Good hit. Great hit, man.
Thanks.
Good hit.
Here we go. 45 ACP hit right here. Came out the other side right here. I see a hole on the passenger door. Let's see if it made it all the way out the other side. And it didn't make it. Bulged out the back, but did not make it all the way through. So our car was able to stop the full metal jacket, 45 ACP. Fred is still safe. Let's move up. All right, time for our true test. We have some full metal jacket, 9mm. We're shooting our Glock 19. Could you hide behind a car when getting shot at by a Glock 19 and survive? Let's see. All right, here we go. 9mm against our car. Hang on, Fred. Bullet entered right here. I think this is our exit. Came out the back. Let's go check the other side. Ooh. Here's our exit. Came straight through the passenger door and then put a hole through Fred's stomach. So the full metal jacket 9mm came in and out the driver's door, in and out the passenger door, and then in and out of Fred. So our car door, at least, would not offer as much protection as you'd think. Now, if you were behind the engine, if you were behind another part of the car, maybe, but at least for like the main center section of a car, it's not gonna offer a whole lot of protection, at least from 9mm and above. All right, so before we move Fred over to the engine side, where we're gonna test if you were hiding behind that hood, what kind of protection would that offer? We are going to keep him here behind the door and we're gonna shoot it with our crossbow and see what kind of protection it would offer from a crossbow. All right, you ready?
Yep.
I really underestimated that, I feel like. For some reason in my head, I felt like it wouldn't even go through the door, but it's just like, I don't even see the bolt. It's just disappeared. Golly, I don't even know what the exit was, really. I think it may be here. But there you go. There's our bolt right there. So it's stuck in our passenger side door. Let's go see if it went all the way through.
Is that necessary?
What?
Dramatic jump over the hood.
Just felt like it'd be faster.
You don't need to be doing all that.
And it did not. Here you go. So that is the tip of our bolt right there. It's just barely peeking through the passenger side door, but it did not make it all the way through. But honestly, it kind of made it further than I thought it would. So a crossbow will make it through one side of the car into the passenger door, but not quite. Okay, so we are moving on to our engine side, and we're gonna see if you were hiding behind the hood of a car, if it would stop a bullet. So we're gonna hit it with, we're just gonna move straight up to the 50 cal because there's so much metal in here. There's no way that anything is gonna have a chance of going all the way through except maybe the 50 cal. So we're gonna move up to the 50. We're gonna put Fred behind the hood on this side and see if it'll stop the 50 cal.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I think it's definitely gonna rip through our spark box here. Probably go through the combobulator and then like, I'm imagining this thing is a V6 24 VAX. So.
You don't know what any of this stuff is or how it works, do you?
Oh yeah, I know all about these puppies. All right, we have Fred set up in position behind our engine down there, and I'm just gonna hit right above that tire and see if this thing goes all the way through. This is like something they do in the movies.
Yeah.
This is pretty fun. I feel like I'm in a movie. This day is like totally a movie.
You wanna shoot it?
Don't you feel like you're in a movie?
All right, that's enough.
All right, here we go. Our standard round of 50 versus our car engine. Let's see what happens. I feel like I'm in a movie.
Dude.
All right, fire.
Good shot.
He didn't move. All right, our 50 hit right here. I hit right where I wanted it to. It went through this outer portion of the car. Let's see what the inside looks like. And not seeing an exit here, and I'm only seeing that hole from the 9mm in Fred's. So it does appear that our car stopped the 50 cal. So there you go, our engine stopped the 50 cal. If you're gonna hide behind a car in a gunfight, get behind the engine side because the doors are not gonna offer a whole lot of protection. Okay, so for our next test, we have Fred set up in the driver's seat here. He also has a Fred cam strapped to his face. And the purpose of this experiment is going to be, number one, what would it look like if you were in a car getting shot at? And then number two, what would it sound like? So I'm gonna leave my microphone in here with Fred, so you'll be able to get a first person view of what it would be like to be fired at inside of a car. I'm gonna shoot a few different rounds through the windshield and we'll see what happens. All right, we have our Ruger Mark IV here. We're starting out with a 22 through the windshield and we'll see what it would look and sound like being in a car getting shot at by a 22. Just gonna put a couple of rounds through it. Hopefully I don't break the camera. There you go, it didn't shatter. It just kind of put these holes in it right here. So I did these two kind of close together. You can see where it hit the dash. Got some glass down here on our driver's side. Yeah, let's move up. Okay, that was the 22. Moving up to our 9mm here, shooting a Glock 19. I'm gonna put my mic in the car and we'll see what it look and sound like. All right, Fred's head fell off. I put it back on. The 9mm penetrated through the windshield, came into the dash. So yeah, let's move
On
to
his chest.
think.
All right, let's move up to the AR. All right, here we go. We have our AR loaded with 223 here and fire at the windshield. Let's see what happens. All right, that AR is just like another level moving up from that Glock. The whole car was just filled with like that glass and that smoke. It does look like it did penetrate through the dash on this one. Even some of them looks like they went through the steering wheel here. Fred has a bunch of bullet holes through his chest here and a lot more shrapnel from the AR. I'll be interested to see what that one looked like. All right, I'm geared up and we are ready to hit our windshield with the 50 cal now to see what it would look and sound like to be inside a car and get shot at with a 50 cal. We've moved Fred over to the passenger side of the vehicle where there was less bullet holes so that we should get a clearer view. I'm gonna be about 15 yards out, fire with the 50, and we'll see what it looks like. Hang on, Fred. It's back here. So I had a feeling it was gonna hit low because at that distance, this 50 is pretty low. And so sure enough, it hit right here at the windshield wiper. It just scraped through that dash right there. So it came in through here, came like just above the airbag. It looks like we got a bunch of shrapnel right here on Fred. I'm not exactly sure where the bullet hit. You can kind of trace the path of it. So our exit is right here. So you can see where it kind of scraped that interior of the Mazda, pretty much shattered the glass in the rear, and yeah. All right, there you have it. That was the 50 cal against the front windshield. So that was the 50 cal against the front windshield of our car here. So for our final test with our car here, I am going to shoot the 50 cal right here through the rear trunk of the vehicle, and we're gonna see how far it makes it through, if it makes it all the way through this front console, or if it makes it all the way out the other side, just to see how far that 50 cal will penetrate, shooting it long ways. Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'll ask for clearance next time. That's my bad. They're getting on to me about not requesting clearance from above for that last 50 cal shot. All right, last test, shooting long ways with the 50 cal, shooting into the rear of the car, see if it'll go all the way through. Let's shoot it. Gotta get clearance real quick. Eagle 1, this is Ghost Driver requesting clearance to engage target. Roger, Mazda 626, year 2000. Yeah, it's the little white car. Yeah, I'll tell you after I shoot it. I don't know, I haven't shot from the back yet. All right, bye. Okay, we're good. All right, here's a 50 cal through the rear of a Mazda. Never thought I would say that in my life. All right, I'm firing. So I was aiming for the upper portion of this rear license plate with the goal of hitting the dash in the front. So here's our entry from the 50 right here, and let's see what it did to the inside. So a lot of dust and smoke. All right, this is the inside of the vehicle, and we see there's our exit in the rear seat right here. It went right through the middle console cup holder into the front, and wow, it tore right through the front console right here. It looks like this was our entry from our bullet right here in the front. It just tore off all of these dials. That was exactly what I was hoping would happen. There's also an entry right here, a little bit higher, but I think that might be from something else, I'm not sure. So our bullet either entered here or here, tore up the front console, and let's go check the front, see what kind of damage it did to the engine. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly in here where that, Zach, get out of here. You're overcrowding. I can't see.
I'm just trying to see if I can find
I can't see, your mustache is in the way. All right, so if you look really closely here, right down here, you see this white metal? That is where the exit is. So that bullet came through, tore through this metal right here, and then it came into our engine and ultimately did not come out the other side. Can you get that bar off my back?
You're talking about this tiny little rod?
Yeah, I can't get it off. Thank you. There you have it. Thank you guys for watching. You guys go to yeeyee.com, grab some Yee Yee gear. That's the best way to support the channel. Grab a hat, grab a t-shirt. Appreciate you. We'll send it to you right here from Georgetown, Texas. And on a slightly different note, if anyone's in the market for a used 2000 Mazda 626, just let us know. So. You think I could break this sunroof with this crowbar? Could glass on a Secret Service vehicle stop a bullet? That is the question that we are going to find out today. We have a gigantic pane from a Suburban that was on a Secret Service vehicle. It is incredibly heavy. It's extremely thick. It's the thickest piece of glass I've ever seen in my life. It's probably, what, 50 pounds? And we're gonna shoot it with everything all the way up to this 50 cal and see what it's made of. All right, so you can see this thing is rock solid. It has this metal frame around it, and you can just see the thickness on the side here. It's like 1.5 inches thick, maybe more. Let me pick it up for you to show you. Oh, the beagle. I don't know if you can tell, but it is like insanely heavy. I mean, that might be, yeah, that's 50 or 60 pounds. Yeah, it looks like it may be 2 inches thick. So a buddy of ours actually gifted us this weekend at Yee Yee Fest. He had a friend who was able to pull it off of a decommissioned Suburban from the Secret Service. So it's the real deal. And yeah, so we got it at Yee Yee Fest where we had a concert and we had a mud bog. We had a whole stage set up for the concert and I was pretty much running the show. I was do this, do that, you know, people look, I don't know, people just look to me as the leader for whatever reason. This is it, man. My crew is setting up. We got the stage going here. Yee Yee Fest 2025.
Hey man, you can't be up here. You gotta get out.
So it's fine. We're just, lots of people are gonna be here and I'll be here and let's just say it was a good weekend. I'm just trying to do a quick.
Oh, dude, I need you off of here.
Ow! Ow! All right, this glass is made to protect the president. Today, it is going to be protecting an equally valuable subject, none other than Fred. He is going to be standing behind our glass here. And like usual, we're gonna start out with smaller caliber bullets to see what this thing could stop, and then we'll just slowly move up and see what it's made of. Fred is our acting Secret Service agent today. Got on his sunglasses, setting up Fred's comms here. That's what we call it, comms. It's your communication with your compadres. I would have been Secret Service, actually. I was thinking about it, but I really shouldn't talk about it. They don't like you to, it's kind of a secret. All right, we have a Secret Service agent, Fred, here, lined up, ready to go. He's got his comms, he's got his sunnies on, and he has been wounded recently in the line of battle, but he is never one to back down from a fight. Let's do this. This is the arsenal we're gonna be throwing at our bulletproof glass here. We're gonna start with our 22. We're gonna move up to some handguns, shotgun, rifles, and then the 50 cal. I have no clue what's gonna happen.
Think Fred's gonna survive or no?
There's no way it's gonna stop the 50 cal. But there is glass that can stop 50s out there. People have tested it. We're starting off with our 22, shooting a Ruger 1022 rifle. I'm kind of nervous that my wrist isn't gonna be able to shoot today because it's so sore from all the autographs that I signed. I mean, literally just this weekend, this place was just flooded with people. I couldn't even walk around, I was signing so many autographs. No, anytime. You can keep that. Just like, okay, I get it. People just left and right.
I don't think anyone knew who you were the whole time.
All right, we got our 22. I'm gonna try to leave space for all of the different calibers. Probably start this like in the top left corner. I'll be interested to see how much it splinters. What's gonna happen? All right, 22. Who'd you vote for? Firing.
Nipped it.
All right, here's our 22 entry. There's really no splintering around it of this glass at all. You can see it just like absorbed into the glass and then just pancaked out. Here's the backside. You can see really how thick that glass is now. It like warped the front, but the back is completely fine. So it's a good sign. Looks like he wants a hug. Fred, keep them on, Bubba. I believe in you. All right, moving up to our 9mm full metal jacket, shooting our Glock 19. This is probably one of the most important things that we shoot at it. Glock 19, very popular gun. 9mm, very popular round. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. 9mm against a Secret Service window. Let's go check it out. All right, this was way bigger damage than the 22. Here's our entry. See where that bullet just like folded up right there? It looks dramatic in the front, but it didn't even come close to the back of the pane. It's completely smooth. Next up, we're gonna go 10mm, see how it holds up.
Why would you do that?
Moving up to our full metal jacket 10mm, we're shooting our Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 2.0. All right, this is 10mm against a Secret Service window. Firing. All right, well, that was higher than I was trying to shoot, but nonetheless, it did stop it. You could see, look at that hole right there. So you can see a significantly bigger hole than the 9mm. It just like caved in right here. And then that glass came even further out around it. But it held up really well, especially considering how close I was on accident to that 9mm. And the backside is still holding up really well. It's completely flat. Doesn't even look like it's going halfway through the window. Is it gonna stop a rifle round?
I don't know.
Moving up to our 44 Magnum, we have our Ruger Red Hawk as usual. I'm expecting it to stop it. Let's give it a shot. I think I'm gonna aim lower left corner again. I think it can handle it. Keep room for the rifles on the right side. Hang on, Fred, we got a 44 Magnum heading your way, buddy. All right, we have a massive crack in our glass now. It's shattered all around. We see all these splinters. Here's our 44 Magnum entry. Nice big bulge in the front, and the glass just like shot back at Fred here. It did not go through the other side. The glass did stop it, but our glass is starting to look pretty compromised here. Not sure how much more it can take. Fred, how you feeling, man? Did you get some glass on you? Are you all right? What's that? He said it's a secret, he can't tell me. All right, we're moving up to our AR. Man, we got a lot of rain this week. The pond really filled up. I bet I could take my truck through it right here though.
You think your truck could make it through that?
Yeah, I took it through the mud bog at Yee Yee Fest this weekend.
You made it through the bog. You talking about in your truck, the 2-wheel drive Ram?
Yeah, the thing's a beast. People were cheering. People were like, more, more, more. You know how I helped build that mud bog.
You made the mud bog?
Yep. I know how to run a excavator. I'll show you. Let's go over there. I'll show you the mud bog I built. This is where it all went down. This was the mud bog where the monster trucks came through. And then the one over there is the street legal class. So that's the one over there is where I absolutely crushed it. I just ripped right through it.
Yeah, dude, that truck's never gonna make it through the hole. That's your daily driver?
Parker, you have 4-wheel drive, right?
I have 2. You can just turn that off. You're not gonna need that. I'm gonna make it through. I would have had it. My hydraulic, whoever made this.
No, you didn't even get close.
No, whoever.
Just hook the tailgate and pull him out.
And then so I built out the monster truck bog for the unlimited class. Just Bobby, Justin, and I. When me and the guys get together, it's just like nonstop, just talking shop.
Like, as you're coming, go over about that deep right here. And then the same, if it's deeper, about 3 foot deep.
Yeah.
You know, come up, come up. So you're a nice there, so it's shallower as you go out, and then they'll be able to go off into that next one.
Exactly.
Some of this dirt that's here, drag some of that down into here. What do you think?
You guys mind if I hop in the scooper?
You know how to operate?
Yeah, I got a license. Just gonna hop in and do some scooping here.
I gotta get the rollover on.
I got it. They just kept saying, Parker, keep going, you're killing it, you're crushing it. We gotta hire you full time.
Get out!
What's that?
Hey, dude, they're saying you're not allowed to be in there.
They're always messing around. That's just like an inside joke we have. Me and the guys were just kind of riffing, you know, just talking shop. There's nothing like it, man. All right, enough about me. Let's get back to shooting. I know you guys are always like, Parker, please talk more. Your jokes are so hilarious. Less shooting, more talking, but we're getting back to business. We've got our AR, we're shooting around a 223. I've never seen glass that stops a rifle. Zach, I think it's gonna go through. You think it is gonna stop it?
I do, I think it's gonna stop it.
Dude, if this glass doesn't stop it, I don't see how any glass is gonna stop it because this thing's like 2 inches thick. It's like 50 pounds.
I mean, if it's built for the Secret Service, surely it's built to stop rifle rounds from like snipers and people that are on top of buildings. So if
Yeah.
it can't stop a 223, the president is just not sufficiently protected.
Yeah.
Parker, what are you doing?
Just doing some old drills and stuff. All right, this is our AR-15, shooting a 223 against Secret Service Suburban window. This is it. All right, we definitely have a different entry here. It like actually came towards us here. It's protruding out, almost looks like a volcano. Big splatter here in the front, and it did not go through, dude. It really sent glass flying, and it looks like the glass just cut Fred's shirt. And yeah, look at all this glass down here. So tons of glass came back. Wow, dude.
we got?
It stopped it. Our glass stopped the 223. It sent some glass at Fred. Maybe he's gonna be cut up a little bit, but it did stop the rifle. That is awesome. I've never seen glass stop a rifle before. So this stuff is legit. Can you imagine being on the inside of a vehicle when an AR, like you just get multiple rounds at your window and glass is just shattering? But all right, we're moving up to our Desert Eagle. We've got our 50 Action Express ammo that we're gonna be shooting. And this is actually the same gun that I was telling you about earlier that I used to take down 2 grizzly bears in Alaska on that trip from last summer.
Why do I feel like you're making that up?
I have a picture of it.
You have a picture?
Yep. That's my favorite red shirt. Look at how mad they are, dude. All right, we have our 50 Action Express. We have a hollow point round that we'll be shooting out of our Deagle. All right, here we go. This is a Desert Eagle against a Secret Service bulletproof window. Winning my shirt, I think. Great shot. Thank you.
Did you just?
All right, Deagle. We had a big entry right here in the front. That's the widest so far. Whoa, biggest bulge so far, but the glass did stop it. So we had some more glass come right here and cut through Fred's shirt. Ooh, we got a few marks on him, but that's not gonna be lethal. Windshield stopped it. Fred, his earpiece came out. Lost comms, he's in the dark. He's doing good, man. Everything we've thrown at this thing has been stopped. Scar, that's what's next, right? Scar did go through our manhole cover. The AR-15 did not. So that's gonna be the next step up. Moving up to our Scar here, we're shooting a round of 7.62 by 51. And this is gonna be the next biggest test for our, so that's a kind of Black Rifle Energy that they just released. They're a massive sponsor for the channel. You can use code.
Parker, you bought that at the gas station this morning. They don't pay us anything. We don't have any sponsors.
I thought you said that you were able to get Black Rifle.
No, Black Rifle has no idea who you are.
Okay, well then why do I have a code then? Use code Parker to get 15% off.
You just made that up.
All right, here we go. We have our Scar here. It's chambered in 308. It also shoots a round of 7.62 by 51, which we are going to shoot today. Let's see what happens. Hang on.
What?
All right, here we go. It's a Scar against Secret Service window. Hang on, Fred. All right, here's our entry from the Scar. A lot of glass. It stopped it, bro. It stopped the Scar. Another bulge. What? So the question is, why did Fred get pushed back? What happened? Oh. All right, that glass just shot out and really tore up Fred's shirt here. Been working out. So we see a ton of marks here from that glass, but nothing came all the way through his torso here. Like, granted, it is plastic, but I don't think it's gonna do that much damage. It just really tore through his shirt. So it did knock him off the table, but it did not go all the way through. So our glass did stop the Scar. And so just to everyone who's saying that you need to have a new pane of glass for every single gun that you shoot, kind of want to just acknowledge the fact that this thing still has not let anything pass through it, and it's been shot at like 6 times. So super impressed with this thing. The fact that it's still stopping a Scar, even having been shot at like 5 times before that. All right, it's time. We're moving up to the 50 cal. Fred, get your comms ready. Tell the boys you need backup. I think your Suburban's going down, Bubba. It's another Black Hawk. Give them heck.
Pond is filled up just in time for summer.
Alpha Bravo, this is Jocko seeking clearance to engage target. I repeat, do I have
Parker,
clearance?
what are you doing?
I'm just on my comms, talking to HQ.
You do not have any sort of comm set up.
Yeah, I do. I have the comms set up, talking to HQ, getting clearance to engage.
It's just a military helmet you got off eBay and some ear protection.
Getting clearance to engage. You have to.
You don't have any form of comms here.
Here we go. This is a 50 cal against Secret Service bulletproof glass. It stopped everything so far. Let's see what happens. Good luck, Fred. All right, I'm firing. Fred, what do you think, man?
Probably got the job done.
Yeah? Sent Fred flying. I had his head screwed on firmly and everything, and it decapitated him. It's the first shot to send our glass flying. They gave me clearance from above. All right, here's our entry. Kind of warped out toward us, shattered the glass, and there it is. Came out the other side to a pile of glass. See what the damage is. Oh my gosh, look how far back Fred is. We had the slow-mo set up, right? That new camera we got? Wow. Fred looks like a model at Hot Topic with his shirt right now. Completely sliced this shirt. Bullet went through his abs and then did come out. You can see it came out horizontally out the back. Bulletproof glass, stopped everything except for the 50 cal. That was some legit Secret Service glass, man. That's a tough Suburban. Turn Fred into Swiss cheese here, look at that. All right, we threw everything that we had at our Secret Service glass here, and it stopped everything that we had all the way up to a 50 cal. It sent glass. That's my dump truck guy. About to talk a little shop. What's that?
I was just going to dump it on the backside of that pile. Yeah.
Oh, what's the dirt for?
Oh, he's just going to spread it. He's going to spread it. Run a manure spreader and spread it.
Oh, great. Just manure spread it? Yeah. Just spread it around holes.
That's
Just
where they rutted it up over there and some of those spots up there.
grab that dirt, just spread it around here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to dump it behind there, and then when we get that other spreader, we'll bring it down here and do it.
And so you were going to spread it? Got it.
Spread it.
Okay.
I was going to tell you I'm going to be piling it back there.
Okay, and then you're going to spread it?
Then we'll spread
Okay.
it. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Yep. Sorry about that. I'm working with my dirt guy. I think he's gonna dump that dirt and then maybe spread it. So our glass stopped everything all the way up to our 50 cal, but it was no match for the 50 cal. The 50 went straight through, tore a hole through Fred, turned his shirt into Swiss cheese. It actually looks pretty sweet, so we're gonna send it to one of you guys in the comments. So comment below RIP Fred, and we will pick one of you in the comments to send Fred's shirt to, and you can have it for your own. So you could wear it, you could hang it on your wall, you could use it as a Kleenex, you could gift it to a waitress as a tip if you had good service.